Hello everyone and welcome to my true crime channel. Breaking news in America today, human remains have been located in the search for Brian Laundrie, along with what has been said is Brian's backpack and Brian's notepad. Now the FBI did a press conference and have confirmed that it was Brian's belongings. Obviously they cannot confirm if the human remains discovered are that of Brian. I would imagine we'll know that in the next few days. If it is proven that it's Brian Laundrie, will Gabby Petito ever get justice? I really hope so, but I'm now not so sure. Now what I find really bizarre about this is the Carlton Reserve has only recently been reopened to the public in the last day, and even more bizarre is Brian's parents went to search for him, and now weirdly Brian's backpack and Brian's notebook and what could be Brian's remains have been discovered. Now I've got to say, I find it really bizarre that the parents, both of them, Roberta and Christopher, went to look for their son and suddenly, potentially, he's been found dead. Could it be a bizarre coincidence? Or could it be that they knew where Brian was, and because the water level has only recently gone down where the human remains were located, could it be that Brian was there all along and he was missed because his remains were underwater? So there's so much to talk about, guys, but I'm not going to make my video too long today. There's a few things I do want to go over. First of all, how could Brian have died if it is indeed Brian's remains? A lot of people are now speculating that he took his own life. He could have done. Could he have had an accident and perished out in the wild? Could he have fallen asleep and been attacked by an animal? There are a lot of theories that you could come up with, but what does seem most likely is that potentially he took his own life. Now, if he did take his own life, did he leave a note in that notebook? And if he did, if that notebook has been underwater, is it going to be readable? If he did leave a note in that notebook, and indeed Brian is dead, I really hope that it can be read so that maybe some clues as to why he did what he did to Gabby, and maybe why he took his own life, will be revealed. Now, until today, Brian Laundrie was only wanted in connection with the theft of one of Gabby's bank cards, spending it fraudulently after she died. Now, the FBI have said that he is wanted as a person of interest in Gabby's murder, and they didn't use the word homicide, they used the word murder, which is obviously quite a change in language and something I found quite interesting. I do think that they now suspect Brian of killing Gabby, and if Brian is now gone, and Brian really is dead, whether he took his life or not, are we ever going to know why he took Gabby's life? I've got to say, guys, I was really shocked when I heard this earlier today. I did think that Brian might be found, but I had hoped that he'd be found alive so that he could go to court and that he could face justice if he did indeed kill Gabby. Now, sadly, if Brian is dead, whether he took his life or not, are we ever going to know why he killed Gabby? We're never going to have a court case. We're never going to see him brought to justice. What I wonder now is Gabby's murder ever going to be solved? Hopefully, whether Brian is alive or not, the FBI have got enough evidence to say eventually they know it was Brian. Like me, I imagine a lot of you are wondering why was not an entire body located? Why were only partial remains found? There are lots of different types of wildlife in the area where the remains were located, alligators and lots of other animals that you wouldn't want to mess with. Could it be that Brian died, whether he took his life or not? Could it be that his body was eaten by an alligator or another animal? It is possible, and that might explain why only remains have been found. So footage was released of Christopher and Roberta Laundrie. In this footage, Brian's parents are being advised something has been found. If you listen to the audio close enough, and I know it's not great, you can actually hear them being told that. You can then see Christopher get visibly upset. The person telling them puts his hand on Christopher's shoulder. From what I could see, Brian's dad, Christopher, became visibly upset and cried, and then Roberta wiped a tear away from his face.
Morning.
How you doing?
He likes to jump. He's a puppy.
Yeah, buddy. He's cute.
He's everybody's friend, but he doesn't just jump sometimes. Come on. Keep going.
If that indeed was Brian and he is dead, the one thing I'm really interested to know is what was written in that notebook. Can it be read if it's not been damaged by the water? And are they going to tell us what was in it? Well, anyway, guys, I hope you're all well. I hope you're taking care of one another. And as usual, I'm going to be back with you all very soon for another true crime video. Bye for now.